morning, monkeys. Welcome to another episode of Monkeylandia here at Coaster Monkey Studios. Hope you guys are excited to join us today. I know I'm excited to bring this awesome content to you. Yes, it's awesome because I made it and I think it's awesome. So, tough nuggies. If this is the first time joining us, welcome to Monkeylandia, where we build a bunch of realistic buildings in Planco. And if this is your first time, don't forget to click like and subscribe for more content down below. And if this is not your first time, then welcome back. Thanks so much for joining again. So this is SoHo Saavy number 3. What does that mean? Exactly. Well, if you've checked back in our previous videos that we had SoHo Saavy episode 1 and episode 2, where we built the other side of half the other side of the street and the beginning of this side of the street. And now we are almost completing this side of the street here by building two super iconic buildings that are in Broadway, New York City. And the building off to the left there, you see with the gray undertone, that is the Scholastic building. So if you don't know that building, definitely Google it. It's pretty cool. I think I did an okay job of duplicating the Scholastic building and the building next door, which I don't know if there's a name to it. I really should have Googled that before I started this, huh? But so the building next to it, it's got a very Asian kind of feel with a lot of trim work and metal work. It's really ornate detailing. But I do my best to mimic them. And now at this point, if this is your first time joining, you're probably wondering, who the hell is this guy? Well, my name is Gabriel, Coaster Monkey. And I am bringing to you today multiple videos, and today and many days before. I am a coaster enthusiast, and I traveled the United States riding coasters and making vlogs about it. I also play RCT Classic on iPad. I should have gotten RCT for the computer. I didn't even think to do that. Wow, I'm going to have to go back to Steam and see if that sale's still going on. But and then I also play Planco. And that's why you're here, Planco. Planet Coaster. I'm an avid Planet Coaster player. I only started playing 3.5 weeks ago. Actually, 3 weeks ago yesterday. As crazy as that sounds. So what you're looking at now is maybe the end of the first week of me playing the game. I wound up breaking my computer 14 days into having the game. So I didn't get my computer back until the other day. It was tragic. It was a tough week. But good thing I was traveling. I vlogged. I went to different places. So if you want to check out my vlog for that, I'll put up a post right there. Bam! At 3 minutes and 22 seconds. And that is going to be the link to take you to my vlog playlist, which is some pretty cool stuff there. So what are we doing here? Let's talk a little bit about the build, because that's why you guys are here. Well, like I said, I'm building the Scholastic building. So what's great about this building is it's got steel girders that come across the center here. So I did my best to mimic those steel girders here. And in dealing with realistic heights, because Lord knows everything in Planet Coaster is oversized, right? So in dealing with realistic heights, I did a lot of fudging around and did my best to manage it. I got my little Archer over there. Archer! But so it was fun building out this building. I used a lot of basic shapes. Again, spooky windows galore. Again, the spooky windows work really well if you're mimicking any type of city windows. And this is something I learned through playing, obviously. They mimic the windows almost perfectly that I was trying to duplicate. So super cool there. And here I am, really, again, trying to figure out what is this going to look like, right? You know, if we think about like that average height, you know, and again, we want it to be realistic, but we also want it to be a video game, right? We realize it's a theme park, not a video game. So I'm thinking as I'm building this out here, I'm looking at my heights and I'm like, okay, well, let's try and balance this out. So I do a little bit of forced perspective, right? So if I'm standing down on the ground, these little windows look really tiny. And again, I think I did a pretty good job fulfilling that. So this building, even though it's a very Lego-esque kind of feel to it, right? It looks like Legos, right? In real life, it looks like Legos too. It's pretty cool. You've got these columns that come up. Now, we don't have columns in the height that I needed, so I wound up making my own columns out of domes. Watch this. Check this out. I'm about to do it right now. Shortly. But, yeah, I'm going to let this buzz through a little bit. Let you guys watch the video. And I will come back when there's something interesting to talk about. Catch you guys in a bit. All right, so the Scholastic building. You are looking at the facade. That's actually what it looks like. I like the little detail I did there with the windows and facing them up. One thing I noticed about the Scholastic building, it has those little trims that come down, those little awnings, and we put some lighting on it to point down to the floor, because that's totally a thing in real life. Right? When you're walking down the streets of Soho, you want some lighting on that sidewalk. Trust me, it's a little grimy. But here we are working on our Asian-inspired building. And again, I have no idea what the name of this building is. Every building in Soho has a name. I don't know if you guys know this. There are names for everything. You know, named after people, named after things. Oh, and if you like what you see here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes. See, I'm remembering now. Now that that pops up, I remember to say it. Yeah, I know I have to do that a lot. Yeah, so as we're building this one out, again, working on our realistic height perspective, right? These are like mini balconies, and what I thought was really cool in the real life version is that they're offset slightly from the window, so you've really only got about maybe a half a foot between the window and the balcony front, which I thought was pretty cool. So we mimicked this all the way up and create a pretty solid group or a pretty solid amount of floors here. I think I did 5, right? Yeah, 5 all the way up, and they work perfectly fine with height wise. I used my little archer to make sure the height was spot on. Right, there's the archer there, spot on. Right, it goes right to the top of his head. Yes, I speak in an English accent. But yeah, it goes right to the top of his head, and I think, you know, again, perfect height for that quote unquote forced perspective feeling. So I super dig that. And then what I love about this building is it's mostly green with hints of red, or this like terracotta, right? It's a very organic feeling, and it's so random next to the building next to it, because the building next to it looks like Lego pieces, right? And this is in real life, kids. I'm not lying to you. So yeah, so as we build this one out, you know, again, working on that realistic height perspective, getting our fencing in, or our rails in here, and then the windows in real life, they're huge pictures, or not pictures, I'm sorry, they are huge bay windows, and it's odd because, again, you can't do that in this game. Our windows are so small. Everything in this game is huge, except for the windows, which are small. And I'm like, what, the front door? So I wound up using some more spooky windows. Here we are making some awesome trim. Look at how great that cross hatch looks right there where those beams cross. It looks awesome. Now this building, in real life, it has a window set just above the doorways there. So that's what I created here. Very simple. Like, look how easy that was. Boom, done. Now this is my favorite part, I think, of the build, where I'm able to take these vintage aluminum pieces, this trim work, and really embellish upon the facade here. Again, it's very similar to the rest of the build in real life, right? It's not identical, obviously. I added a little bit more trim work here. I think in real life it's only on the outer two columns, or outer two openings where the windows are. And I wind up doing it on all of them because I felt like it built on the embellishment a little bit. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make this an extremely ornate building, because you'll see what I do next on the right-hand side there. And you'll just be like, what? How do you do that? Oh my God. No, I know you won't. It's okay. But again, spooky windows galore. And I realized some of these are programmable too, which, again, you know, I love stuff like that. I may actually use them randomly during the Halloween period and turn Broadway into like a spooky Broadway. Maybe we'll make it like dystopian or something. I don't know. But yeah, so putting in this, look how great and ornate that looks. I love that. It's got such a really strong feel to it. Now, one thing I really enjoy about this building in real life is that it's so super detailed, and you don't even realize. I was staring at the pictures of this building for a very long time, because and again, there's a lot of clips in this portion of the video, because I kept going back and just staring at how wonderfully masterful this architecture is. It's stunning in real life. So I wanted to try and create, or get it to look as close as I can to real life, because I mean, it's an injustice not to mimic that as best as possible. Oh, I like this trim work that I do here as well. I wind up taking this particular piece. Look at this, right? So this is its original, and this is that Asian inspired trim work for the temples, and I wind up painting it out full green just to get the light. And this is an interesting trick. So when you've got anything that has multi-layers like this, when it comes to depth, right? Look at that. I painted it all one color, so all you see is the ornate detailing of that wood piece, instead of having to accent it in another color, right? Because the light hits it. The light in this game is fantastic. So you're able to create that really ornate look without having to have multicolors, right? It's very simple. It's very clean. And that's what I wanted to go after with this one. And this is a great deal. I mean, basic shapes. Who doesn't love basic shapes, right? So in real life, the building has these circles that go up all the way up to the top of the building. I couldn't mimic those, but then I saw these. I was thinking, you know, what if I use basic shapes? And I was able to mimic that fairly well, for the most part, right? Here I was trying to figure out, how do I bring more of this copper into the structure in the front? And I decided, and you'll see that in a second, what I want doing here. I think I throw the roof up top first. Yeah, I do that. Again, all the buildings in SoHo have these roofs, and I think it just goes with the time period. It really fits. And I love that the Scholastic building has a faux version of that, right? Made out of the iron beams. It's just great. Oh, and don't forget to click and like and subscribe. But I'm totally going to make a joke out of that forever. Yeah, so we make copper, and then we throw in AC units because literally there's like flowers, AC units. It's a mess in real life. It looks a hot mess, let me tell you. But I love the way it comes out here. I think this is great. Now we come back and we just futz with a little bit of the lighting here. I realized, I needed to fix the saturation. So I went back and I edited some of the saturation. This is actually for the lighting under the ground. But you didn't see that because I skipped over it. But yeah, so as we get these lights in, again, this particular building, I feel like it needs that light. Look how bright that is. I know I wanted it bright because the building itself is dark. So here's a great tip. When you're doing a light colored building and you want to light it, you want to under saturate your lighting. When you're doing a darker colored building, you want to over saturate with whatever light color you're using, because that helps really bring out the color or the brightness of the light or whatever you're looking to do. So this building winds up being I believe it's a Pip Shop water spot. Most likely Pip Shop water, I think, or Pip Shop juice. Pip Shop juice. So I do have Pip Shop juice in here, and again, I wanted it to feel very just organic, right? Like this is what this was built for in real life. You know what I mean? So that's what I wind up doing here, and I think I do a pretty good job. It looks like you would walk into this building and buy like Pip Shop in real life, right? And it's so funny. So I realized as I was doing the clips in the beginning of the video, with my computer. For those of you that don't know, I broke my computer. If you haven't seen any episodes before this one, I broke my computer, so I had to get a new one. I don't know how it broke. I went to go turn it on, it just stopped working. It wouldn't turn on. All the lights were running, but no one was home. So I got a new computer and I lost all of the screens that I put into this particular park. So I've got to fix the screens here. I found some awesome, you'll see in the video here, there were awesome menus for a juice shop. I don't know the name of the juice shop. It was random menus I found on Instagram or whatever, Facebook, Google, who knows. But yeah, so that's what I wind up putting in here, which I love. And I like the variety I build out here. This is so fun. Got our little condiment stand for our juices. Maybe you want to, add stuff. What do you add to juices? I don't even know. But we put little condiment things here, I guess, because, there's some type of condiment that goes inside of a juice. What it is, I don't know. But oh, my goodness. Funny. All right, we put a bench inside, too, because, hey, why not? And then we found an awesome Pip Shop juice sign to go inside here. Because as you're walking in, you're going to see this sign through the windows and be like, oh, look, it's Pip Shop juice. I need that. Oh, my God. At least I would anyway. I did that, actually, when we were walking into Hershey. I was like, oh, my God, they have Christmas store. You need to watch my Hershey video right here. Boom. I'm going to put it at 1829. We're going to put that Hershey video out for you guys in a link up top so you could see bugging out over Christmas. Oh, and here I am using screens. How awesome is that? All right, got some screen work happening there. And I did the same thing here. On the inside, we got our menus in, which is dope. And then we're going to start work on our next building. Get ready. Get excited, because this is a really dope building. Excuse me as I take a sip of my Coca-Cola. Yes, I'm a Coke drinker. I'm not a Pepsi drinker. Pepsi's too sweet. Coke has a little bit of citrus. I enjoy the citrus. I know it's a bad habit. It is what it is. Move on. Yeah, so here, I'm working on a little bit of a mini interior here. Now, these doors here on our Scholastic building, they're fogged glass. So I'm able to have like a little bit of an open space there without it opening up too much and seeing too much in. I had some trouble getting the roof just right in here. It was just a little frustrating without it peeking through the front. But I got it. I figured it out because I'm the man with the master plan. Look at those fresh bar menus. I need to find those again. These lights that you see right here, I wind up using everywhere. These spooky lights are amazing. They are fantastic for this style of build. They just fit perfectly. You know, you'll see I wind up using them all throughout the Central Park area that we create shortly in the next few episodes. Here we are to the next building. Okay, so this building is based off of the MAC Cosmetics store. Yeah, I know, MAC Cosmetics. So MAC Cosmetics in Soho. This is actually built inside of the building, but it's all this like modern, very modern, sleek feel. We use the modern brickwork here, and then we wind up using my favorite item in the game, which is the metal post. Excuse me, the metal post, and this actual structure that we're going to put outside of this building as a walkway into the building, which winds up being a bathroom, by the way. Don't judge. It's a bathroom. It's a pretty cool bathroom, I think. But yeah, so we wind up building this structure with the intent of mimicking what they have in the actual stores. When you walk into the store, this is what's in there, right? This is right in the front, which is so dope. So I mimicked it. I recreated it because, you know, why not? It's Soho. This is an iconic building in Soho. Or iconic structure, I should say. And it's all for a bathroom. I mean, if you gotta pee, you might as well pee fancy. That sounded so bad. I am so sorry for that. Yeah. So, as I'm building this out, look at how crazy and ornate this is. I love it. Right? And it's as simple as using angle snap and finding the right angle that you want to go after and just copying and paste. You know? And if you screw something up, undo. The undo feature in this game, I mean, it's a game changer from RCT to here. Because RCT, you would screw something up and you were done. That's it. Sorry. Bye, Felicia. Right? But for this game, we get to undo and fix our mistakes, and very excited that exists because I make a lot of mistakes very often. But yeah, so look at that. How great is that? It's just so ornate and so fun and random, you know. And like, if you gotta pee like that, when you first walk into a theme park, if you gotta pee, you're gonna know this is where the bathroom is. Right? So, oh my God, that was a lot of changing. Ooh, that was crazy. So we go with this brickwork here. Again, the castle flooring. Again, it matches very well. Flooring is a thing for me in this game. I feel like we need more flooring, you know. Oh, I got some MAC Cosmetics store pics. Look at that. Isn't that funny? But again, it's not going to say MAC or anything. I should have put like a logo that said WAC. WAC. Maybe I'm going to go back and do that. Whack Cosmetics. But yeah, so we turned this into a 2-floor walk up, or a 1-floor walk up, I should say, which is very Soho. Again, what you'll see in Soho is they'll take a building, they'll modernize the first floor for whatever store is going into that building, and then they'll just paint over the second floor facade, exterior, whatever, and just paint over it. And act like, oh, well, you know, it's just there, you know? So that's what we wind up doing here, because why not? We're mimicking real life, right? Realism to the T. Or as best as I can get it anyway. I'm trying here, kids. I hope you like it, for those of you that are watching. My latest video today, 12 views. Yeah. Well, thank you for all 12 of you that watch. I am appreciative of those of you that are watching. You guys rock. My first 2 videos had over 150, 200 views when they first came out, and now no one's watching. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna cry over spilt milk. I'm just gonna keep doing what I do, because we are a vlogging channel, right? We're here we did it for the vlog, for the credit, the coaster credit. This is the fun part, but nobody's watching the fun stuff. So yeah, putting up some trim work there on the second floor of our WAC Cosmetics building. I know one thing I noticed too when I was going into doing my glamour shots, if you will. But one thing I noticed is I do not have any lighting over the top of that. So I think I want to light those windows up top, just give it a little bit more pizzazz. And then some simple trim work. Again, we didn't want to go too ornate on the building itself because we've got this geometric structure just in front. So we keep it kind of classy, right? All right, and there we have it. Guys, what do you think? I hope you like it. Thanks so much for joining us for this episode. It's been a little bit longer than normal, about 25 minutes, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will catch you next time here at Coaster Monkey Studios. Thanks for watching.